And I like to wear, oh, kitty cat. What? Hi, it's the Lipstick Gal. Thank you so much for watching today. I am lip swatching and side by side comparing all of my Lisa Eldridge lipsticks that are peach and coral. Over the last several weeks, I have been lip swatching reds, pinks, nudes, and berries, and this is the last color family that I need to do for you. There are some shades here that you haven't seen in any other videos. There might be a few that have shown up in other places. My goal is to make sure that you get an idea of what each shade looks like compared to something that's similar to it. So I think there's a couple of shades in here that aren't officially kind of like peach or coral, but I feel like if you're trying to decide what it is you're going to pick up, it's good to see them lined up next to other things. All right, I'm just gonna start. I have a very thin layer of the first one on, and this is, I think, more of a nude, but it's really interesting to see this next to all of the rest of the shades. This is a Luxuriously Lucent in Le Mepris. And my lips were so dry, I was like, one layer, please. But I'm just gonna put a little bit more of it on. I know this lipstick is described as kind of like a nude beige shade, but it pulls just a hair peach on me, so I wanted to include it here. This is the lightest lipstick that Lisa makes and her lightest weight formula, the Luxuriously Lucent. This is one of those lipsticks that is so easy to wear, especially for me on a no makeup day when I literally only have sunscreen on, but I need a little something on my lips. This brings just a little bit of color without being too overwhelming. This is also the lipstick I reach for at work. I'm in a mask all day in my office, and if I don't want to take my mask off and have kind of like clown mouth, I love this for that. It's nourishing, it's comfortable, it's a super easy shade, and it kind of goes with everything. I don't know if you're noticing, it looks a little peach here. It looks more peach to me than kind of beige, and maybe most beige lipsticks have kind of like that starting place with just a tint of peach to them, but this one looks very much like a really lightweight peach shade to me more than it does a beige shade. I feel like it's a little bit more neutral on my lips, but a straight up swatch of it looks like this. This next shade really leans a little bit more nude, but it's interesting to see what it's like next to the rest. This one is called Kitten Mischief. I love this lipstick. And I think that I like it just a little bit more than Le Mepris because it brings a little bit more color to my face. I feel like the beigeness of Le Mepris kind of, at times, can wash me out. Sometimes it's exactly what I need, but this is one that I can wear with a little bit more ease and abandon. If you're looking at it here, it does have a little bit more, I don't know, it feels like there's a little bit more of a earthiness to it, a little bit more depth. But when I'm looking at it, it also feels like there might just be a hint of rosiness to it. I'm not saying there's pink in here, but I do feel like what brings life to my face when I wear this shade is some of those slightly rosy tones, but it is still very much a kind of neutrally nude, peachy lipstick. This next lipstick is called Je Ne Sais Quoi. This is one that I picked up kind of hesitantly because I know it leans definitely more peach. Here is Je Ne Sais Quoi. It definitely leans a lot more peach than the other ones. The other ones I feel like now are reading more beige, are reading just a little bit more brown, and this one right here is like a straight up, ooh, she's a peachy lipstick. I feel like it's just enough and not too much for me. I was worried that if I picked this up, it would be one that I really wouldn't wear because it might be too peach. And out of all the lipsticks in the world, a peach lip is my least used and my least favorite. I think a lot of it is because pink undertones bring out a little bit more vibrancy and life in my face. But the one thing that is really remarkable is that Lisa has a way of formulating colors so that they look good on a wide range of skin tones. And I really feel like this shade here in Je Ne Sais Quoi is definitely one of them. I remember looking and I was kind of convinced to get it based on the images of the models wearing this lipstick. Another way that I love to wear this, I like it full force like this, but I also really like it when I've had it on for a while and I've been drinking my cup of coffee and I've been having my morning breakfast, and then the next thing I know I look in the mirror and it is a little bit more blotted. So let me take this down and show you how gorgeous it looks when it's not freshly applied. I love it when it's a little bit lived in. I love it like this. Now it is gorgeous when it is freshly applied like this and you have that shiny vibrancy, but when it's a little bit less like this, I tend to like it more because it makes me feel like I'm not trying hard. I usually will pair Je Ne Sais Quoi with, you know, really pretty perfected skin, you know, brows, a whisper of mascara, a little bit of a glowy blush, and that's it. And then this lipstick when it looks like it's kind of been lived in. I normally don't pair it with such a strong eye, but it's like one of those easy things, like if I am quickly trying to get out the door, I reach for this because it's just enough and not too much. I feel like Lisa has an incredible way of creating shades that are going to look good on a wide range of skin tones. And I don't always find that to be the case with pinks and peaches, which is why I don't have a lot of non-Lisa pinks and peaches, but I am really amazed that my least worn lipstick shade, I have this many. And I think it just is a testament to her artistic eye and making sure that she creates something that works for everyone. This next shade is kind of considered a red, but every time I wear it, it leans so coral on me. I thought it would be really good to swatch it here. This is the Luxuriously Lucent lipstick in Atomic Cherry. When Lisa first released this shade, she described it as a sheer red, kind of like a popsicle stain lipstick sort of color. And maybe it's just my skin tone, but on me it tends to pull a little bit more coral, a little bit more warm leaning than red leaning. So I wanted to make sure to swatch it for you here. This right here is Atomic Cherry. And as you can see, next to all of the rest, it really does have kind of like that warm, and maybe it's like that warm tomatoey lean. So maybe it is kind of like a warmish red, but on me, it definitely reads more coral. And I wanted to put it in with all of these warmer kind of peach leaning lipsticks for you. This lipstick is Go Lightly. This is a shade that Lisa created based on a vintage lipstick that used to belong to Audrey Hepburn that she used to wear repeatedly. And I feel like this is a really interesting shade. It kind of feels like a time capsule in a bullet every time I pull it out. Let me put it on for you. This is Go Lightly next to Atomic Cherry, next to all of the rest of them. Do you see why I started by swatching these guys here for you? Because they all kind of really work together. This is probably, out of all of Lisa's lipsticks, the lipstick I wear the least, because it definitely has that very retro vibe to it. And I think that if I was going to go for a retro shade of lipstick, I'm going to pull more towards a red or like a deep brick color like from the 1920s, and probably not for a kind of a mod 60s lip. But it very definitely is inspired by Audrey Hepburn, by her favorite shade of lipstick that she wore repeatedly throughout the years, and it is a very, very lovely shade. The last two lipsticks I have for you are not really peach lipsticks, but I think they're interesting to compare next to the rest, just to give you an idea of what they look like. This one here is called Spirited Away. It's not really a peach lipstick, not even a little bit, but I think it's interesting when you see it here because it does kind of have that same sort of feel that the rest of them do, but it has more of a brown to it and almost like a mauve rosewood look to it. But I thought it would be an interesting comparison for you if you're trying to decide between some of these warmer leaning lipsticks. This last one is not a peach, but it's one for comparison. This one's called Meet Me in Berlin. Obviously not a peach lipstick, but I think it's an interesting comparison to go along with all the rest. This right here is Le Mepris, Kitten Mischief, Je Ne Sais Quoi, Atomic Cherry, Go Lightly, Spirited Away, and Meet Me in Berlin. Lisa has an incredible eye for color, and I feel like Even though this is my least favorite shade to wear, kind of peach and coral lipsticks, I have a surprising amount of Lisa's just because they all look so good and they all work so well. I think that is, I mean, that says a lot, and I think it has less to do with the formulation and more to do with the kind of finding that right color, that shade that works on so many people and that brings vibrancy or really finishes a look in a remarkable way. I've always been a huge Lisa Eldridge fan. Before she had her beauty line, I loved her work, and I feel like she has a really remarkable eye, not just for color, but for finishes, for really creating easy to use and wearable products. So when she started launching beauty products, they just really like felt right in the sort of makeup that I enjoy reaching for, not just to push myself outside my comfort zone, but stuff that I'm going to reach for daily. It's the sort of lipstick, these lipsticks here, all of these luxuriously Lucent lipsticks, these are the sort of lipsticks that I reach for comfort. They're the ones that I reach for moisture. They are the ones that I reach for easy, fast color. I feel like she has an ability to create not just a formulation, but also choose the right colors and to create those colors by mixing a little bit of this with a little bit of that to get something that's going to work for so many people. I have so many of Lisa's lipsticks. I haven't counted. I have 32 of Lisa's lipsticks. I think there's only 4 that I don't have. And I'm trying really hard not to like complete my entire collection and own everything that she's made, but to only get the things that I know I'm going to use. And what's interesting to me, and I've said it before in this video, is that peach lipstick is my least favorite shade, but the fact that I have this many of them, I mean, I know some of these here aren't peaches, but this many that I purchased on purpose is because she creates those really gorgeous wearable colors. I hope this video was helpful. I did have a lot of people asking me to do like my top 10 Lisa Eldridge must-have lipsticks. I will do that last, and I'll finish out kind of like this lipstick swatch fest with that. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch today. Let me know if you own any of these lipsticks. Which one do you love the most? Which one do you have your eyeball on? Which one is kind of calling your name, like purchase me, purchase me? Or if this is not your shade, what is your favorite shade to wear? Let me know in the comment section down below. Thank you so much for watching today. Have an incredible day, and I will see you again soon.